Hi guys, hi. So I wanna make a video, right? I was thinking the other day. I was just thinking, just thinking about you know spirituality, right? The time when I had lost my mind, and I remember after I came out of everything that I went through, and I remember I was shown these ladies, right, from my village, right, where they had lost their mind, right? And for me, it was a way that God showed me that if you don't do what you were meant to do, this is what going to happen to you. You're going to lose your mind. You remember that lady. You remember that lady. It was three ladies where I come from, where I was still young. They lost their mind, right? And truly believe, I believe that those ladies, all of them, they lost their mind because, not because of there was like in chemical balances, what. No, it was three things, right? The water spirit, witchcraft, creativity, right? Those are three things that can easily make people lose their mind. Okay? I'll start with creativity, right? Those ladies, let me just give context of those ladies that I'll talk about. Right? I come from a village, like I said, middle of nowhere, no education. People are the same. People do the same thing all together every day. Work in a farm, um, depend on pension money, and they are okay with it. And they sit, they gossip, they um, gossip every day. Laugh at people's problems. Dikarata, pay cards, like it's just everyday thing, right? But the ladies that have the one I'm talking about, they lost their mind. There was something about those ladies, like they were totally different, right? You know, one of the ladies, now looking back, honestly, I think that lady, one of them, she was a model. She was supposed to be a creative of some sort, right? All of those ladies, when I look back now, honestly, one of the lady, she was a model or some sort of like an actress or a poet or some sort of like a, a creative man. She was tall, even the way she walked, she was totally different, right? Um, she was tall, skinny, and I honestly think that the only reason what probably she never realized her talent was because of she coming from where they come from. There was no education, and um, they there were no opportunities anyway, right? But that lady, man, she was a model. She was always smiling. She was like, even the way she walked, she has lots of mind. Even the way she walked, man. You know, I was still young at that time. I was probably in the primary school, middle school. You know, and I remember that lady. She was mentally ill, but she got pregnant. And I just wonder, Faith, I just wonder, and she passed away, by the way. All of them actually, they passed away now. Um, I, yeah, when people say that some people they can rape, you know, whew, I think of her situation now that she got pregnant and she gave birth and she died, and I just wonder. My mind takes me to her child, like he'll grow up probably never know who her father is because of she was probably raped. I mean, she was mentally ill, but she got pregnant. But yo, guys, rape, man. People. It takes me back to my mind. Takes me back to now. I'm talking about the rape that people rape in jail because of, like, I was watching the other day. I was watching um the show on Moja Love where they they exposed this man who raped her own child. Like, how as a father you gonna rape your own daughter? Like, how you give birth to somebody and then you rape them? Let's go back to the topic, right? Creativity can make people lose their mind, right? Especially if it's not expressed, if it's not unleashed or unearthed, right? Which is, for me, God showed me that if not that it whatever because of God wanted, but if you have so much creativity, if you don't express it, it will get to a point where you lose your mind because of that. Creativity can make people lose their mind easily. You know, creatives, most of people that have lost their mind somewhere, honestly, one, either they are actresses, or because of they are songwriters, or because of whatever they're chosen to do creativity, right? Probably that goes with a spiritual gift somehow. There are people who you hear that they grow up and they lose their mind because of they're too smart. And so I used to hear that thing that people people lose their minds. They used to be so smart, they used to study a lot, so the botlhale bo buile ko tlhogong, which is BS, right? People can lose their mind easily when it comes to creativity. Creatives, they can lose their mind. Right. The second thing that I want to talk about, also, there was other lady, one of the ladies that lost their mind. Right. Let me just where am I? Where am I? Spirituality. Right, guys. Water spirit. Everyone who know that um water spirit or spirituality, when people go through spiritual awakening, everyone who've been through that, they know it's hectic. It's really really hectic to go through spiritual awakening. And now with the water spirit, right? Water spirit, it's something that for me, when now I can surely, before, when I make that video, I was not really awakened, fully awakened to spirituality, right? In my spiritual gift, I was not really. I was going through spiritual awakening. Now that I'm fully aware and I know water spirit. Water spirit, it's not by God. Water spirit is not by ancestors. Water spirit, honestly, is a thing of the devil, Satan. Honestly, somebody may say, like, how do you say that the water spirit is it's by not by God? Honestly, everyone who went to initiate it under the water, mentally they're not okay. Mentally they're not okay. I remember, if you can go back to the story that I made about, I was followed by the water spirit, and there was a man who I went to, and he put me with a powder and gave me something to chew. Said I must speak, um say whatever that I said. That guy, and I said that guy was not mentally, was not okay. People who went to the water, initiated under the water, they're not mentally, they're not okay. Honestly, why I say the water spirit is not by God? Sex, right? Everyone who have chased by the water spirit, sexually, they are hyper. high sex drive. How do you say that it's by God, but somebody, your sex drive, it's out of control? You can't even control it yourself. Anyone who say they have a water spirit, let them say that I'm lying, that they don't have a high sex drive. It's uncontrollable. And it's something that is beyond you. And you tell me that it's one because of God. No. The reason why we hear that pastors, prophets, they sleep with they rape people, right? We've seen one Moja Love where they talk about bishops. They rape boys, they rape girls, they rape the members of the churches. It's because of the act of the water spirit. Let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest, right? For me, like I said, pastors who go under the water, they don't go under the water because of they're looking for power. That's why the people, honestly, they mislead. They give misinformation. The pastors, the prophets, they know that they have a gift of prophecy. They know they have a gift of becoming a pastors. The reason why they end up going to the water, we use water spirit power, it's because of there was no information for them. There was no information. Like now, there's information now, right? These things, they make you believe that you're supposed to go to the water. That's how people end up going to the water. I spoke about this before, where I know for a fact that I come from where there's no church. There's supposed to be church within the home. And the water spirit, literally, water spirit has taken over our entire family, our entire clan, even the family members that I don't know. They all have the water spirit. Water spirit is after them. I went to an elderly people within a family that I didn't even know, but I have to go to them because I was going through spiritual awakening, and I went to my grandfather's sister who's still alive. They stay somewhere in other town. I went there just to investigate about, what was going on, and I realized that my grandfather's younger brother, the last born, he's mentally ill. But every time when he goes into that mode of acting, losing, becoming mentally disturbed in that moment, the first thing that he does, he take a Bible and he start preaching. Hence, I say honestly, the pastors that we've seen being exposed, that they use water, what they go under the water, they go there not because of they wanted to, but because of these things. The water spirit chase again artists, honestly, prophets, pastors. Besides these three people, there's nobody who say the water spirit chase them and they're not pastors, or they're not artists, or they're not pastors, prophets, artists. Not any artist. I go back to creativity. Not any artist, but artists that were born. They were given this thing from birth. It's something that it's there within them. There are artists who get into art because of they're good looking, or because they speak better English, or because of it looks cool, or because of they have family members who are there. They go through they get into the industry because of their family members, not because of they really really passionate about this thing. Or some people, they say that some people sleep their way into the industry. Some people, because of they're close to things, man. They're like in Joburg, creative artists with artists. The entertainment industry is in Joburg. So if somebody they're in Joburg, they're close to things. They can easily go to radio or make a song. Or some people, because they make music because of they have a friend who have a laptop, they can make music easily. Some people you know, because they're doing things because it looks easy to some people, right? Like actors, um, actors who people within the entertainment industry who are chased by the water spirit. Some people they go right, allow the whole thing of the water spirits come to them, use them. The water spirits, what it does, literally, it's overtake what already is within with you, right? I lost what where I was creativity. Okay, I lost where I lost my thought there. The water spirits chased three people: pastors, prophets, and artists, right? Because these three people they got influence to masses, right? To a lot of people, right? It can influence people. Water spirits, what it does, really break homes. Sex. Um, what else, man? What else? I keep on saying like I want to write things down and I keep on forgetting. But let's go back. I think you get my point there, right? Um, that lady, one of the ladies, right? Going back to the ladies, because I'm talking about those ladies. One of the ladies, I don't know if you guys go back to the video where I made about, there was, when I, on that video where I was followed by the water spirit. I spoke about there was a girl in primary school, right? When we saying, people saying that these things, they've been there for the longest time. You only awaken to these things now, right? There was this girl who had a, I said her eyebrow, they come across up until here, right? And there was one of the learners said to her that "Utlotse wa ke noga," right? That girl, her mom was one of the ladies that lost her mind within the village, right? The water spirit makes people, if you don't do what they want you to do, they make people lose their mind. Hence, everyone within who are followed by the water spirit, extreme headaches, depression, it can easily, that's how people end up going to the water. People, before you judge people, understand, have put yourself, before you judge somebody, put yourself in some people, on people shoes for a second before you open your mouth. You must ask before you talk. There's this video of this young boy on TikTok say like, you must ask before you talk. No, you must think before you talk. I must think. I'm thinking. What am I doing? You know that video. It's very funny. There are people, man, that really have misinformation and they want to speak and they have no experience. Talk about something that you have experience of. You are sure of it. You have experience of. Pastors who go to under the water, it's not because of they wanted to, but these things because of they overtake what God had already gave it to you. Whew. Go back to the lady, the girl who has a thing, and one of the learners said, her mom lost their mind, right? Once we saying this, people again, when people talk about that the water spirits, the things under the water, they sleep with people. That's a true story. Guys, that is a true story. You know, honestly, man, the water spirits takes over somebody's body. They take over your body, right? Your lower part, they stay here, right? And which is something that I made a video reference to Sister Poshiamha when she's talking, and I said she explained me to the details, right? The water spirit takes over your mind. you don't see yourself. Honestly, you end up seeing yourself under the water. People that are under the water, man, honestly, it's not by choice. Or people end up going to the water. It's not by choice. One of the ladies that lost her man within my village. That lady, she was like, you know, very. She was elegant, man. Like I said, like guys, and here's a funny thing about that lady, who the one that I was going to talk about. The difference between the lady that I spoke about already, she was tall and model. She was out there. She was outgoing, even though she was mentally ill, like fully. But she will go to people's homes. She will go to when there's like a ceremony within the village. They will be there. But this one, the one that the a kid, she was not. She was always locking herself in the house. She was not all over like the first one that I spoke about, the one that I'll talk about as well. She honestly, she was she was always locking herself in the house, right? When we saying that the water spirit things, they sleep with people, and the water spirit thing, they are not of God, right? I've heard someone say like, no, there's a water spirit that is evil, and there's a water spirit that is good. There, I have no idea. I won't lie. Again, thanks to Poshem how that I did not go to that stage of going to the water. Like I said, if you go back there, I almost went there. Like literally, I was on my way. I was in the village where I was born, and this things of the water spirits in the village where I was. I went to middle school at, right. That day, it was just God. Honestly, by God's grace, I almost went there. The day that the guy put things on me with the powder, I was supposed to go to the water that day. No, the following day, because of that, I came um today in that village, and no, not other village, right? And I slept that day. The following morning, I went to the guy. I was supposed to go to the water. No, no. The very same day I left the village, I went to another village to the village where I grew up at, and I asked around. I was meant to that afternoon supposed to go to water, right? I did not go, and I'm thankful to God. Honestly, um, before I lose where I was, then that lady who was always locking herself in the room house at home, that lady, she was elegant, guys. Like I again, people where I come from, they are the same. They That lady, man, like she was elegant. She was classy. I don't know if you guys see how um so not Soweto finest, Soweto finest. Why am I saying? I almost say Soweto gospel choir. Joyous celebration, ladies. You see how classy, elegant, like sassy. You see how they are, those ladies. That lady, she was like that. The way she walked, man, she was like classy. She was mentally ill, but not like a fully like the first lady that I spoke about, and the next lady I'll talk about. She was away, but she lost her mind, but she was not like really lost her mind. I truly believe when people say that now that there's water spirits sleep with the people and actually give birth to children, not because of the father, but because of the father is by the water spirit things. It's a true story. Guys, spiritual world is real. Before we judge people, have knowledge of something that is happening. Those things are real. That there was this other Again, if you go back to the video where I said there was in that village, the village that we went to middle school at, we used to go to from my village to go to this village for groove, right? A groovist. I've always been a groovist. We'll go there, right? And we hear talks that there was one lady in the village where she's dating a snake from the water, right? We used to hear those things, but we never really. I was still young, man. We don't believe in those things. But every time when we were in that tavern in that village, um, there will be wind passing by. If you go to that video, I say that there will be a wind passing by, and people will running away, running into the tavern, and say like, "No, it's a snake going to the girlfriend," right? And guys, these things that people say like they can give birth to a child that was impregnated by the water things. It's a true story. I remember there was this one lady in Kurumani, right, where um, I don't like talking, but let me just say it, where this lady, she openly said, talk about it though. She said that her child, she conceived her baby because of the water spirit thing. She was in the bushes going to fetch what's the thing, the khong, firewood, right? And she met up with this guy. The guy was beautiful. The guy was good looking, and um she started dating the guy until she got pregnant. The guy disappeared. She gave birth. Now her child, literally, her child collect snakes from the bushes. He just have natural love for snakes. Guys, these things happen. You know, everything that we used to grow here growing up, and we think it was just a myth, that we hear that there's a girl who got there's a story of we hear a story of there was a girl who got pregnant, and she gave birth in a hospital, and one child was light skin, her long hair, looking like a white person. Other kid was black. uh, then the hospital take a kid, the one, because they don't look alike, and they took them, and then they give a mother one child to go to home, and their father comes the father comes, and they, how do I say this, the father the mother tells the father that no, I only have one child, and the father knows that no, there were two children. And they said, then the father went to the hospital, and then there was a wind in the hospital. The roof of the hospital took off, and the child went with the wind. Guys, those are things, a true story. The water spirit, spiritual spirit world is real, and anyone who won't believe this thing only because of you don't have experience of it. We're going back to the lady, right? That lady, she was mentally ill, but not like a fully like the first one, the second one that I want to talk about. But then she was elegant. Like she was like really, really elegant. And for some reason, honestly, I honestly believe that that lady, she was supposed to be an actress of some sort, some actress or an artist, right? But because they're from village, there was no opportunities. Of course, lack of information, lack of access. Of course, um, that's the reason why I say A lot of people within the entertainment industry, honestly, a lot of people within the entertainment industry, they use the water spirit, not because of probably they don't know, but because of they believe. The water spirit comes to you, making you believe that you're supposed to go through water, you're supposed to use my power. They overtake God's gift within you. Even if you don't go there, you still your gift is gonna work. Honestly, man, I honestly, like I said, I come from that village where I believe that God chose me for this. I did not go to the water. I know that I have a talent as an actor, as a DJ, as a songwriter, as fashion designer as well. Everything, creativity, it's me. Everything art, it's me. That's my passion, you know, to send this message. Honestly, I now fully aware. We're going to the next lady, right? The next lady, that one was like very hyperactive. She lost mind completely, but she was very hyperactive. Um, honestly, that one I honestly believe that it was because of witchcraft, you know. But still, someone who's powerful, you know, someone who's highly intelligent, someone who was chosen, but also she was beautiful, you know. Again, going back to, you know, her, when think of her, I'm thinking of Vatiswa, Vatiswa, the lady who played, um, is it Scott? Not Scott. Mzala on we know no Vatiswa, man. She was like her, like body like a tiny body, upper body is very tiny, then the lower body it's like a doll, like literally, you know. She was like exactly like her, and hence I go back to creativity. Creativity, if it's not expressed, can lead people easily lose their mind. The water spirit. What else? Witchcraft, right? I spoke about the witchcraft, the water spirit as well. People, if you don't go to the water spirit can make you easily lose your mind. And I honestly, like I said, I'll go back to for me when I almost lost my mind, when I'm losing the mind. It was not because of the witchcraft, guys. I'll say this again. It was not because of the witchcraft. It was because of the shock. The shock was followed by fear. Fear was followed by um, childhood trauma. Then overall, I was just kept into fear for the longest time. And I see the people comment when I make the video. It's like they say that no, you have to get over the fear. Fear is not of God. Everything that I went through, I had to go through those things. Every small detail that I went through, I had to go through it. You know, there was a time when last year, after I made an interview with Wami, and I said I was sure that it's my time. December belongs to me. I'm gonna, I'm gonna be all over. But then, because of fear, yo, guys, yo, fear. Have you ever fear that you are? I'm like I said, I'm out of it. Like I'm out of it. I'm loud. I love being out there. I, when people say like go with the flow, like I'm that. You know, I, and then you are. I am the type of a person that I'll go to the groove, and I've always been go to the groove, dance without alcohol. I'm literally like that, you know. But to a point where I had so much fear that I was fearful to leave home. Like, yo, guys, I remember there's a picture that I'll never forget the way I'm standing, the memory. I'm standing in a what's the thing? Whew, a window, and I'm holding a window, and there's nobody outside, but I'm just fearful of leaving, getting out of the house, going on street, of just sit by outside. Yo, guys, fear, Satan, Satan is real. But I'm grateful that I went through everything that I went through, man. I had to go through it for my purpose, for my core purpose. I had to go through everything, you know. And man, I'm thankful to God, man. I am really, really thankful to God. I fully now aware of my purpose, what's my purpose, you know. I just want to this week, man, get out the house and do what I love, which is music, which is art, you know. Let's just go out there, man, and just bring light and be happy. I just want to. I'm a happy soul. I've always been happy, you know. Let's just out there. Let's go, man. Let's go, and really, I want to be fully go into this thing, fully unapologetic, um, fully 100% myself. Won't care who's next to me. Um, you know, you know, without with no fear, fearlessly, and know that I want to go into this thing like unapologetic and fearlessly, that I don't care if I have to get on stage after somebody who one of the greatest DJ in South Africa come after them, fearlessly knowing that I'll get there and I'll deliver by just being myself. Let's go. Anyway, man, I just wanted to make that video. I don't know if I point though was just the thing of like things that can make people lose their mind, right? Guys, creativity can make people lose their mind easily. Water spirit, people, that thing, like everyone who are chased by the water spirit, they know mentally they're not okay. Let's be honest. Hence, I said the water spirit is not of God. Before I was not sure what. But then again, I'll go back to there's some lady which is I really want to when this thing to grow. I really want to have talk to her. She make videos on YouTube where she say, there's a water spirit that is good and there's a bad water spirit, right? I don't know, right? I don't know. I can't talk about on that, but then I really want to talk to that lady, Yeah, man. What else? The water spirit can make people lose their mind easily, honestly. But they don't have a power, though. What I've realized about the water spirit there is no power. Water spirit is literally just overtake what God already placed on you. There's some people who say, again, what Sister Portia Mahal, she said that there are a lot of people within the entertainment industry that the water spirits give them ideas. And I was like, nah. That one, I disagree with her. I disagree with her. The gift is always was there. The ideas were there. But people had to go be awakened to who they are before they get to those ideas. Those ideas they'll come from God. Let's stop downplaying God. The ideas were there already. Just the people went to the water because they believe that they're supposed to use the water spirit. But the ideas, the talent, it's from God. Honestly. Anyway, peace, guys. This video is going to end. Thanks, guys.